Captain Lorax of the Galactic Exploration Course stared at the sensor readings in disbelief. Planet XB-427 exhibited all the hallmarks of a Class 15 deep world: crushing gravity at 1.8 standard, atmospheric pressure sufficient to collapse most exoskeletons, extreme temperature variations, aggressive weather patterns, and rampant tectonic activity. The atmosphere contained corrosive oxygen at lethal levels. Preliminary scans indicated apex predators that would make even the most hardened GC veterans shudder. Yet there it was, unmistakable evidence of artificial structures scattered across the northern continent. "Run the scan again," Lorax ordered, his translucent appendages trembling slightly. "There must be an error." Lieutenant Pian recalibrated the sensors. "Confirmed, Captain. Structures of non-natural origin and energy signatures, consistent with developing technology." "Impossible," Science Officer Trell interjected, her voice vibrating with concern. "No known species could survive those conditions, let alone establish settlements." "Magnify Sector 7, Lorax commanded. The view screen showed a sprawling grid of structures nestled between a mountain range and a vast body of water. Roads connected various clusters of buildings. Vehicles moved along these pathways. It was undeniably a city. "Life signs?" Lorax asked, dreading the answer. "Millions," Pin replied, "and they're moving normally, as if the conditions are perfectly habitable." Communications Officer Wex suddenly straightened. "Captain, we're receiving a transmission from the planet's surface." The bridge fell silent. "Put it through." The view screen shifted to display a bipedal creature. It had pinkish-brown external tissue instead of a proper exoskeleton, dark filaments sprouting from the top of its head. Two forward-facing eyes regarded them with unmistakable intelligence. "Greetings, unidentified vessel. This is Director Jack from New Horizon City on Planet Hope. We detected your approach and thought we should introduce ourselves." The translation matrix worked perfectly, suggesting these creatures had already analyzed and decoded galactic standard communications. "This is Captain Lorax of the Galactic Exploration Corps. We did not expect to find sentient life on this world." The creature, Jack, smiled, displaying flat teeth with disturbing canine points. "Yes, we get that a lot. We're humans from Earth. We established New Horizon about 50 years ago as our first extrasolar colony." Earth. The name triggered an alert in the ship's database. Lorax glanced at a secondary screen as information appeared. *Earth, Class 15 Deep World. Recommended approach, extreme caution. Previous contact, limited. Species, human. Status, pre-FTL civilization confined to home system. Threat assessment, high. Contact protocols, minimal interaction, advised *. You've relocated from one deep world to another? Trell asked, unable to contain her scientific curiosity. "We prefer challenging environment," Jack replied good-naturedly. "Hope has slightly higher gravity than Earth and more oxygen, but the climate is milder. Makes for excellent farming in the southern valleys." Lorax struggled to process this information. These humans didn't merely survive in conditions that would kill most spacefaring species. They deliberately sought out similar planets and described the lethal gravity as only slightly higher. "Our records indicate your species had not developed interstellar travel," Lorax said carefully. "We've made rapid progress in the last century," Jack explained. "Our first FTL jump was 30 years ago. This colony was established 20 years later. We have 3 more worlds in early settlement phases. All death worlds," Lorax suspected with growing unease. "Would you care to visit? We've prepared suitable accommodation for various non-human physiologies. The diplomatic quarter has adjustable atmosphere, gravity settings." The invitation shocked the bridge crew. These humans had built accommodations for species they hadn't yet encountered, a level of foresight that spoke volumes about their intentions to engage with the wider galaxy. After extensive safety protocols and careful preparation, Lorax led a small delegation to the surface. The shuttle's compensators strained against the planet's pull as they descended through turbulent storm systems that the humans described as a bit of rain. New Horizon City sprawled impressively between mountain and sea. Structures of varying sizes formed neat patterns, interspersed with green spaces. Vehicles moved along elevated roadways, while humans walked casually under the punishing gravity. Their landing pad featured a sealed reception facility with atmospheric controls. Jack greeted them personally, towering over the delegation. Up close, the human appeared even more unsettling, dense musculature visible beneath artificial coverings, moving with effortless precision and gravity that required the visitors to wear mechanical assistance frames. "Welcome to Hope," Jack said. "We're honored to be your first human colony visit." A tour revealed the city's impressive achievements. 50 years and produced a self-sustaining settlement with advanced agricultural systems, manufacturing facilities, educational institutions, and residential districts housing over 3 million humans. "How do you manage the seismic activity?" asked Trell, examining a structural support. "Flexible foundation systems," explained Jack's colleague, a female human named Dana, "and building materials engineered to withstand significant movement. We get a good shake every few months, but nothing the structures can't handle." "And the atmospheric storms?" Lorax inquired, recalling their turbulent descent. "Good weather forecasting and robust construction," Jack said with a shrug. "The hurricane season can be challenging. We've adapted our city design accordingly." They adapted to conditions that would tear apart most galactic habitats. These humans spoke of Category 4 hurricanes and Magnitude 7 earthquakes as mere inconveniences to be engineered around. Most disturbing of all was their comfort. Children played in parks under gravity that would crush most species' cardiac systems. Elderly humans walked without assistance. Everyone breathed the oxygen-rich air that would cause spontaneous combustion in methane-breathing species. As they prepared to depart, Lorax faced a sobering realization. The galaxy now contained a spacefaring species forged in the crucible of a Class 15 deep world, one so comfortable in extreme conditions that they sought out similar planets as their first homes among the stars. "We hope this meeting marks the beginning of positive relations between humanity and the galactic community," Jack said warmly. Looking at the human's outstretched hand, a gesture their cultural database identified as friendly, Lorax extended a trembling appendage in response. "Indeed," the captain replied, making a mental note to dramatically revise the threat assessment of these deceptively friendly Deathworlders. Any species that considered these conditions challenging but suitable, rather than absolutely lethal, was not one the galaxy could afford to misunderstand. As their shuttle ascended through another storm system, Lorax watched the city lights gleam through the clouds, a testament to humanity's terrifying resilience.